however you feel about the politics of Ukraine and Russia and America, because they're all tightly intermingled.
Right.
And so what I worry about is, like, the easy one is if China invades Taiwan, they're going to come up with a similar story. They're going to trick their people into thinking, oh, Taiwan wants to be reunified. But then the really spooky thing is, what happens when our media pulls the same stunt? I would argue that what we did in the Middle East was driven by really not that different, right? I mean, a lot of the justification for going over there and doing this nation building, oh, they want, they don't want, they want to get out from under the Taliban. They don't want to have these, tribal rule. And in reality, we were kind of sold a bill of goods. So it's easy to make fun of the Russian with his 50 condoms, but we're not really that much better. Yep.
And this is where I get concerned with China, because they have complete compliance. They're the same. They work together. And the stuff that they're producing in terms of, like, if you pay attention to their electric cars.
Oh, yeah. No,
they have a 300-mile-an-hour car now.
And their cars are extremely cheap, and they are extremely good. Believe me, there are a handful. Like, you can buy an American Buick, or even a Mercedes that is that good. But they're just not very popular here. In China, cars like that are much more popular. Cars that feel like shit to drive for the driver and are super mushy and bouncy, but for the guy in the back, his champagne glass doesn't fall over.
That's interesting.
That's when I say that, like, people, I think, unfortunately, would buy these Chinese cars if they were for sale in the United States. People can say they want to support the U.S., but at the end of the day, they want to provide the best quality of life for their family. And so if they need to buy, like, if they have the choice between an American truck or a Chinese truck, a Chinese new TV, and a Chinese new computer, and a Chinese new HVAC system
and
to replace one that broke, and their phone, how can I blame them for choosing the Chinese one?
Right.
Like, the only way we can solve this is for the United States to become competitive with China again. And that's why you're able to buy an awesome car for $10,000 in China, and here the cheapest thing you can buy is a ship box for 17 or 18 grand. 3 or 4 grand will get you a car that here is almost 20 grand. If we would just do the basics right, we can be competitive. But we aren't doing the basics right. And so even if you let them freely compete, like if you let them go toe to toe, China would be thrilled if they could subsidize their way into destroying the American automotive apparatus, partly for economic reasons. How did the United States win World War II?
It was manufacturing.
And that manufacturing, some of it was new factories, but most of it was taking over old factories. They were building tanks and guns. We took all our automotive factories. We had them building aircraft. We had them building weapons. We had them building missiles. And so we won because we had all of this automotive and other industrial capacity.